These feel like the fairies from my dress-up doll. I'm big 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can get to 103,000. First of all, these look oddly like the fairies with a color palette swap from my dress-up darling airing this season. But alright, whatever. I understand like the fairy concept has been an original thing in anime for quite some time here. So this is Vernisler, Fairy of Hills and Blooms. So this is a 202,000. This feels more like Fortune Fairy stuff too. So you can discard this card and one other monster or a Vernisler Fairy card. Add a Vernisler Fairy card. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, from your deck to your hand. So just discard it, another monster, search for any fairy. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, and that includes a spell and trap card too. Okay. So, that's not bad. And then, wait a minute. So you can discard to add any Vernisler Fairy card from your deck to your hand, except for Fairies of Hells and Blooms, so it can't search for itself, makes sense. And then you can summon one Earth monster from your graveyard, but you cannot activate monster effects for this rest turn except for Earth monsters. That is Earth Toolbox Heaven. Holy crap. And then Vernisler Fairy monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's actually really good. Then we got Vernisler Fairies of Forest and Awakening. So you can discard this card and one other monster, or a Vernisler Fairy card. Send from your deck to the graveyard one Earth monster that can be normal, summoned, or set, and then you can special summon one Earth monster with a different name from your graveyard, but you cannot activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except for Earth monsters. Yeah, Earth Toolbox, that's some pretty good stuff here. And then you target one fairy monster you control. Its current attack becomes doubled till the end of the turn. So you also get a double attacker. Well, I mean about as much as you can really double a monster with 900 attack. Alright, so you can discard this card and one other monster or another V-Fairy. Add an Earth monster from your graveyard to your hand, except for Fairy of Flowers and Fields. And then you can special summon one Earth monster from your graveyard. But you can activate monster effects for this turn except for Earth monsters. This stuff is good. Holy crap. Your opponent cannot target V-Fairy monsters you control card effects. Okay. So recurability, searchability. What in the world is this? So the next one here, you can discard one other monster or a V-Fairy card, draw one card, and you can summon one Earth monster from your graveyard. Okay. Sure, man. You can target one V-Fairy monster you control, can make a second attack during each battle phase. I'm disgusted right now. Okay. So, Flower Crown of the V-Fairy. Earth monsters you control are treated as V-Fairy monsters. I just got an image of Machina's Citadel having a fairy crown on his head. Okay. And this officially means that we can waifu everything, right, in the archetype? Once per turn, if a V-Fairy monster in your hand would discard itself and one other card for an effect, you can make it only discard itself instead. Okay, I don't think we'd play this card, but like, the fact that it exists is good. So, we got the calendar rotation of the V-Fairy. So you can only use first effects this card's name once per turn. So you target one V-Fairy monster in your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Okay. During your opponent's turn, if you have no cards in your hand, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon as many V-Fairy monsters with different names as possible from your graveyard, but return them to the hand during the end phase. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the Harpy effect, but they'll just come back to your hand. V-Fairy and the Flower Buds. Target one face of card your opponent controls, up to the number of your Earth monsters, special summon from your graveyard with different names. Return Earth monsters you control to the hand equal to the number of targets, and if you do, return those targets to the hand. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this whole archetype is amazing support for Earthbox. I love all of these. Guys, please leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more else content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.